A Vancouver conference brings people together to discuss women and the media.
Owners, publishers.
A Burnaby cafe invites the community to come in and experience more than coffee.
Very good.
Granville Island hosts a Japanese fundraising event. Hello and welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Melissa Bauer. Vancouver's second annual Women Action and the Media Conference aims to get people talking about how the media treats men and women differently. Jeff Clowers reports.
For the past 2 years, women have gathered together here at the Vancouver edition of the WAM conference. WAM brings together people working to advance women's voices and representation in the media. The conference's guest speakers had insight on topics like uprising and the struggle of power between men and women.
So if you have male journalists or male anchors or male editors or male, owners, publishers, there's no interest in challenging their own power position, right? So, I mean, power replicates itself, and power never willingly gives up on itself.
Mag.mov, one of WAM's event organizers, spoke about the inspiration for this year's theme.
This year's theme is Uprising. The Women Action Media WAM co-organizing group decided to go with this theme given the pretty momentous uprisings that happened last year, and we're talking about things like the Arab Spring, the Occupy movement globally, Slut Walk. So we really wanted to coalesce all these things that had sort of been discussed in the media, like in the mainstream media, but also dissect them and interrogate the truths that are being told.
Some guests already believe there's no reason to take media at face value.
We have other outlets for media. There's the internet. There's really no excuse to just take it in passively, and I really enjoyed what Mohammed was saying, that we need to become a bit more active in media and just searching things out and questioning, not just taking it on as truth, really.
Though the event is small now, Meenakshi hopes to expand the number of events in the coming year.
Also to see how WAM is growing as a community, and that means that we'll be able to have more events happen than just an annual conference, and really, better engage with local activists and media folks.
Jeff Clowers in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
There's a famous pub in Boston where everybody knows your name. But as Camille McDonald found out, a coffee shop in Burnaby wants their customers to find friendship over lattes instead of beers.
Maybe I'll try a green tea latte.
Okay. When someone orders a latte at Connections Coffee House,
now we're going to tamp it down.
More goes into it than syrup, coffee, and milk.
Should be a really nice latte.
It's got heart. Sue and Diana are two of the volunteers who run the nonprofit cafe, which their church created as a welcoming and less expensive place for people to connect over coffee.
And there's lots of people from the neighborhood to talk to, which is great because I guess with our busy lives, you don't always get to meet your neighbors. So it's a nice place where you get to know your neighbors in kind of a neutral atmosphere.
One green tea latte.
Here, Diana. I know. My curiosity, I'm like, so it's your coconut.
Is this the first time she's been here?
Yeah, sorry.
The ladies offer a warm welcome and want customers to stay and have fun. And there's always someone to listen.
Last week around Thursday.
Is that yourself or you went to the doctor's?
I think that's why I was running around going like, what should I do? Bother with a logo all the darn time. Yeah, absolutely.
Like a bar without the beer. It's a coffee
It's
shop
like
where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, everybody knows your name. Yeah, yeah. And we try to get to know each other. Unless they need to be on their own, they want to be on there, then you respect that. But we just chat.
Yeah, it's good.
They want to bring people together, one cup at a time. Camille McDonald in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Granville Island got a taste of Japan this weekend when a local theatre company hosted a kimono-packed fundraising event. Neil Cray took part in the festivities and has the story.
The crowds gather on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon to watch Japanese women march on the streets of Granville Island. The parade was one of the many activities scheduled by a local Japanese theater company, hosting its first fundraiser event. Yaya Theater Movement is a non-profit group that performs traditional Japanese plays with contemporary themes. Theater founder Yaya Hirano hopes the event will educate people on the meaning of kimonos.
In Japan, we have Obake Festival, which is actually in February, but we tried to kind of imitate that Obake Festival, and which is to wear the kimonos.
The Yaya Theater event gave Granville Island an experience of the Japanese culture.
This is a bit different from all the fundraising we see in town, because we have a number of women, very pretty women, wearing kimono and walk around the Granville Island, hoping to attract a lot of people and get lots of attention.
For Japanese women like Yukiko, wearing a kimono brings her back to her roots.
When I wear a kimono, I feel very Japanese, like humble and humble.
Wearing a kimono is not just wearing a kimono, but when you wear the kimono, you walk certain way and you stand certain way. Like that is the culture.
Yaya Theater Movement's plays can be seen around Vancouver. Neil Cray on Granville Island for BCIT Magazine.
In similar news, Vancouver's Cherry Blossom Festival kicked off this week. Neil Cray is with us now with information on the event. Neil?
Ah, the smell of spring. Cherry blossoms are in full bloom. The Umbrella Dance Flash Mob kicked off the festivities, and right around the corner is the Sakura Dance Japan Fair. The two-day festival celebrates cultural arts, performances, and traditions, and lots of food as well. A new addition to the event this year will be the children's tent, and you can learn how to fold origami. Children will learn how to wear dresses like kimonos, and there'll be tons of storytelling.
Where can people go to get tickets for this?
Tickets are now available at the Van Dusen Botanical Gardens, and for further information you can go check out their website at www.japanfairvancouver.com. Alyssa?
Thanks, Neil. Coming up after the break. An after-school cooking program helps preserve Latin American culture. And Canada's favorite game goes underwater. Latin youth head to Commercial Drive every Thursday to cook up some of their native dishes. Jessica Price found out there's more to it than cooking.
Here in this community kitchen, students try to bring a little Latin flair to East Vancouver. On today's after-school menu, chefs in training help prepare a popular dish, beans and cornbread. The Latina Cochina program brings together youth from all over Latin America. Kids get not only an opportunity to cook up a familiar meal, but also connect with older mentors.
Manuel, y si no, es okay. No te preocupes. Un poco de tierra no lastima. The main thing for the Latin American youth program now is to keep kids out of trouble. Right? A lot of Spanish kids are known for gang-related things and stuff like that. But if they have something to do here, they don't have time to waste, or they don't get bored, so they come here and actually do something. They make something of themselves. They still learn their customs and stuff, and they don't forget where they came from and who they are.
Gama says most of the kids here are recent immigrants to Canada. He started coming to the program in 2003 after leaving Guatemala. While the food is a big sell, these kids get so much more than just a meal, says program director Antoinette Figueroa.
It's crucial for them to be here because they need to connect. And coming from from so far, leaving their families behind and their friends and everything that they've known, and kind of moving to a new place and having to pick up and not have anyone to kind of rely on or know or just be there for you. So I think that's where the program and the youth themselves really connect really well, and they work together and they support each other and they have fun.
Dinner is served, and for the first time all night, the group falls quiet. Jessica Price in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
You may know the sport of hockey as a game played on ice, but a Vancouver group is taking Canada's favorite sport to the deep end of a swimming pool. Jordan Liang checked out the action.
On the surface, it may look like a swim competition, but on the base of the deep end of the UBC Aquatic Center, these athletes are playing underwater hockey. Aside from the obvious fact that the sport is not played on ice, there are many differences from ice hockey.
There's two teams, white team's on this near wall, black team will be on the far wall, 6 in the water, substitutes up on the edge. At the start of the sequence, we'll yell, ready, go. Teams will race for the center where the puck is in the middle on the bottom, and then play commences from there until one team scores and the other's goal. The goals are 10-foot-long troughs on the bottom of the pool, and when the puck lands in the trough, it's a goal, everybody stops and we reset and start over again.
With the game being played underwater, special player equipment is required. A former player and machinist by trade designed a 3-pound lead puck that sinks to the bottom for the players to pass and shoot with their 6-inch stick blades. 31-year veteran Roger Kemp explains the limitations to the sport's popularity.
It's recognized as an Olympic sport, so the IOC recognizes underwater hockey, it's for real, it's legit, but it's not much of a spectator sport, and so everything is kind of governed by what looks good on television, and on television it looks like a shark fight, like a feeding frenzy, a bunch of piranhas all chasing an object, and so probably we won't be in the Olympics.
Although it's a long shot that the sport will make it to the Olympic stage, there are still world championships that are held every 2 years, with anywhere from 15 to 25 different countries competing.
The future of hockey lies in creating youth programs. So those of us who are getting old now and maybe are past our competitive days, kind of teaching kids how to play and, like I said, offering them a fun thing to do in the pool.
Kemp and others will pass the puck of underwater hockey to the next generation to keep the sport alive. Jordan Liang at UBC for BCIT Magazine.
Speaking of hockey, Jordan joins us now from Rogers Arena, where the Canucks are getting ready to play Game 2 with the LA Kings. Jordan, what's it like outside the arena?
Well, Alyssa, we're about an hour away from puck drop between the Canucks and the Kings. The Canucks are looking to rebound after that disappointing first game loss to LA, and people are coming down pretty early to get this party started.
Is there a lot of security?
There is quite a bit of a security presence and police presence here. We haven't seen anybody walking around with any open liquor, and they seem to have things under control at the moment. Having said that, the LA Kings fans haven't started rolling in just yet, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm Alyssa Bauer, and that's today's BCIT Magazine. Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with a look at Canucks Party Plaza.